Hello and welcome back to the AGE. I'm Austin101 and I will be going over two games that I did not do on Sunday and I apologize for that. So this will be a quick video of the two games I did Saturday and Sunday, the 14th and the 15th, and then right after this I will be doing games 16 Monday, 17 Tuesday, 18 Wednesday, 19 Thursday, 20 Friday, aka yesterday. So I will be getting that done today as well. I have all the games ready. I just need to actually get the editing done. And tomorrow I will have the 21st game, which I am doing today, and tomorrow's game, the 22nd. So I already have the first game ready, and this is on Taigen, along with the next one. And in both of these games, there's a lot of aggressiveness on both sides. Basically, all the games I've done to this point since these games, and well, I guess before then, but I've attacked way too early, and I just don't stop because I just don't really care for it. But I need to, and it's a bad habit. So I'm going to try to keep this semi-short because I do need to do the other videos, and I don't want to be boring. So in this game, I'm playing as white, and in the next game, I'm also playing as white. And as usual, 4-4 into 3-4 because of the flexibility. And this is okay. All of this is okay. I kind of like this for me, though, because this jump allows for white to get a possible better outcome on the right side, but with that 4-4 stone it is hard to tell for now. But this, I have to say no to this. This only strengthens white more, and sure, there's the possible attacks of that one stone, but I don't do this in game. But what if white just does this and makes black extremely overconcentrated with maybe some Aji later while building up some good solid territory? I don't like this for black, in my opinion. Because well, I actually don't remember what I did. Okay, so I do this. The only thing that, well, what I showed is what I actually would want to do, but because of what happens next, we start fighting. And originally, this kind of thing is what I was thinking, just letting black get all the influence, and all's well. I get some territory and he gets influence, but they didn't want that. They just were really aggressive and wanted to kill me. This cut doesn't work, although I am able to get this in, and I can still do the cut, but black decides, oh, it's not going to work. So, and this is actually kind of reasonable, but in all honesty, I don't believe black read this at all. But in the end, it turned out good for black because I did get this corner and I did live, but black has way too much influence, and that's bad. I'll actually show you that right now. So black does this. I cut through. We see the Atari. We see a threat to Atari. I connect, and that threatens to play 013. So now black has to respond again. I threaten. I do the Atari, and I take out the liberties. Now what I could have done is play this. And then, well, actually not even that, just this. This is all I had to do. And then black comes back and plays this. But either way, it's the same kind of spiel. Black has all of this influences and is continuing to get that influence. And knowing that, I decided that that's too much. So I wanted to take away that option and attack. I've kind of think this was actually really good for me, like way too good for me. I mean, this does feel slow. I mean, if anything, why not just this? No, no. That cutting stone is way too important. So I go ahead and try attacking, and this cut works for black, so it was dumb for me, but now I'm getting the influence. But I shouldn't have done all this. If anything, this was maybe a bit too early to do anything here because I have nowhere to run to. So instead, I could either play here, get rid of the Moyo potential, or play here to bring out the force, the high stones, or I need to come back. Whoops. Or I need to come back here to keep this corner going and to prevent too much growth there. So we see all these things. Black does end up living. Because I have to, no, I didn't have to respond here. And here, yeah, black was always one stone ahead of being able to live or cut me off here. So the end result I actually like for white, even though the result should not have ended up as it did, because black didn't worry about the cutting stones as well as it should have been dealt with. But the problem now is the bottom side down there. And this doesn't help with that. I was only thinking of getting some extra stones to do something up here. And in the end, I don't even get very much on that left side. This doesn't work for black. Black is just completely surrounded. No, black does survive. I forgot. Because I let this die. Too many things to worry about. I try to save too many things. I try to kill too many things. So I really don't know what I could have done instead, because that doesn't really work. I could bring that out. Maybe. But it's still might not work at all. Yeah. Yeah, that's just dead for white. So, anyway. So, instead, I just need to jump. Either jump or extend. but it'll be interesting because I still have to live. But anyway, things can happen. So the fight ends up horribly for me, and I end up losing quite a bit. That's not what happened. This is what happened. And then I play the poke here. So at this point, I really should be resigning. I've only got that little corner and this itty bitty thing and this decent sized side. While black has on the top, but then has all of those stones and a lot of potential on the bottom. But the bottom is where everything is at this point. So black makes some interesting moves. Like here, I would just extend out because there's nothing I can really do. I have no idea why I did that. Here we go. No, not that far. Just to here. Just to here. Maybe. Maybe I was just misreading it at the time of the game. So maybe it was fine to just take. But I feel like black could have been much more aggressive about this. So it just continues on. I say, you want 3 stones, go ahead. I just continue to say, go ahead, take 3 stones. And it's basically just Yosei at this point. A lot of Yosei. Yeah, in the end, when I tried to build up the left side, I gained nothing when I played what I did in the upper corner and then making the extension at the bottom, the approach. It gained almost nothing. So what I should have done is just come on to the inside of where black's best potential is. Then I wouldn't have to deal so much with the bottom. But yeah, again, all endgame stuff. Endgame. Going for the Ko. Black trying to kill me. And me playing T2 was to make sure I live, because I believe black could have killed me. But other than that, there's not much else to this game. And here, black resigns. But I still, I mean, it kind of feels like black's kind of close, but I'd have to recount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 33, 38, 40, 42, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 64, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 50. Okay, so about 10-point difference. Okay, well, either way, it was still a very well, not very aggressive, but it was still an aggressive game where just fighting and fighting and fighting, trying to all I could think about was just trying to kill and gaining all of this potential. But I ran myself into where I was strongest and ended up losing all of the potential I had because of that cuts that I should have either played elsewhere to prepare for it, or what I needed to do is just protect it now if it's that important to me. But like here, what I probably could have just done is extend out and fight this and just leave those stones there, build some stuff on the left side. I mean, these 3 stones need at least one more move to do something about that, and then I can do something down here because I'll have ways. Anyway, that is what I have to say about that game. And I'll pull up the other game really quick. And I made a dum-dum. This game is actually game 14. The one before was game 15. I don't know how I just got that mixed up. But yeah, so just keep in mind that 14 and 15 are actually swapped. So this is game 14 in general, but I'm not gonna go through the extra effort of switching the things. Some people probably won't even care, but 14 and 15, just swap them, and that's where they are. So this is technically game 14. So in this game, we also play as white. Basically the same opening as last time, except with the different approach. I decide that I want a pincer because I don't necessarily want to go for a moyo if that's what black wants with the 2/4/4s. And then we see this, which makes sense, going to attack the 1 stone. But then we see the going underneath, and I had it, and then this. I had to instantly say no, because from my experience and from what I have learned, you don't go into the corner like this unless this C12 is up high, and then you go underneath. But here, just leave the corner open. If this happens as black, I would be okay with that. But and if something happens later on where black gets surrounded, the corner is now open. Just simply doing this, it ruins your chances of living. Or if you do live, it's very lucky. But I don't believe there's much of a chance to live with that kind of shape. So by playing the knight's move, you're giving up that opportunity. And even with a move like this, anything can happen. I could lean against these stones and start surrounding it, or it'll have no eyes in general wherever it runs. But my problem is that I kept to it and just made it stronger. Here I just need to play away from that group because I can't let it attack my top 3 stones. I'm playing too close to the black stones. I need to lean against something. And let's just say something like this happens, and then play this. That way, a little more room to breathe. And that way I don't have to I mean, there are some things with this cut or whatnot, but if I were to just do that here now, there's nothing I can do. Well, I guess the ladder does work. So maybe I was just misreading, but there's still this possibility, I guess, actually. Or just not respond to that at all and still have white worry about that. So I don't really know what to say about this, really. But if anything, me playing all of this only hurt me. And you can see that I tried to attack the black group, but now black has more stones to attack me. I get the one stone, sure, but I lost the corner. It's not mine anymore. And then there's all this. Now I have nothing, and black is just alive. I mean, I gained nothing out of this, and that's because of this. Making black stronger, and continuing to do so in multiple different ways. If anything, I should just be playing this, and I can still attack the black group. But I didn't do that. Because now this group is alive and okay. Although black does have this, and there's some trouble. But maybe, because black doesn't necessarily have points. Anyway. So then, this is actually a bad move. Don't ever do it. Don't. If anything, just play this. No, not even that, no. It's just too strong. I would save that for later. Just play... No, not play on that side. So... And don't play this either. Just extend in some form. By breaking out that cutting point right away, it gives you one less liberty and you have to respond. And this was very interesting. So we just go into more fighting, more pointless fighting. Because I'm just making really bad shape everywhere. But then black lets me cut and have something to attack. But again, I attach. I just keep making black stronger. In all the moves I have made, I have done nothing but make black stronger. Solid territory, or like here, I made black stronger. Black has really great shape here. Me, on the hand, do not. I continue to threaten to surround, and I surround, but it does live. But now I'm a little stronger to do the attacking there. So that was okay. However, the things to come, not as much. Because I didn't realize this. No, I would have been fine. All I have to do is this. I kept reading this out to not work for me. Yeah, I just can't do this. and I would have to fight this, but that's pretty bad. No, never mind. Never mind. So I could have been just fine. I could have been just fine. But what happened is that I protected that because I thought it was us. I thought it was no. There was something I was looking at because of this. I mean, black does have that. But I also have that. So maybe I was just overreacting. I should have just simply gone for protecting the 4 stones. I guess I was overlooking that at the time. That is not what happened. So I protect, being overly cautious, and black lives. Black connects. And I don't like that. I did not like that position, so I tried building up in the middle and keeping black dead. And I do keep black dead on the side there. And I just keep myself connected. And I was lucky to be able to get that in. I got black all surrounded over here, so I was able, on this side, so I was able to pull it off. And here is where black resigns. So, because all of that, there's nothing black can do. I mean, this is the best black can do, but those 2 stones are nothing. I mean, black could come down and deal with this, which actually would be really big. Yeah. It should have been an easy win for black because of all of the mistakes that I had been doing of just making black stronger in all of these instances, being on this in the upper area here. Whoops. This. I mean, if anything, I feel like at least leaning and going out this way would have been much more beneficial than extending out and making black stronger. I mean, if jump here, then I think that would be okay. I can go elsewhere. But in general, I really don't like how in general it just was. But that's something I need to self-study. I need to look into this kind of situation more, because I really don't have much else or much of anything to say about that without thinking that someone's going to say, "Hey, Austin, that's not what you do. That's a bunch of crap." So, but it's clear to see how I was making myself weaker and not caring about other groups and letting myself get attacked because of that. But both games I did win, but I would have to say that they were both out of luck. But a win's a win, but less fighting is what I need to do anyway. So that is for those 2 games. Again, the first one was actually game 15. This one was game 14. But I shouldn't get them mixed up, or hopefully shouldn't get them mixed up for 16 through 20, which I'm going to be doing right now. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this, and I will see you next time. Later.